work on it. If you go online, right, and just search etc, and of course, I'm not trying to spoil the name. I'm just giving us the fundamental truths, right? Just type etc 51 attack, you'll see it, and 51%. The day Bitcoin gets just one single 51% attack, bet me Bitcoin is going down to zero.
Wow.
And one of the reasons why Bitcoin is still strong and people are still investing in it is the fact that it has never been 51% attacked. There was a time where the CEO of Binance attempted to do it, but people had to caution him and be like, hey, don't do that. Yeah, but that's a talk for another day.
Okay, all right, because you're also going to make some people start hating on CZ already. So much in
No.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say it's bad thing, yeah.
All right, okay, so the next question is this. At what point can you actually call yourself a successful trader? Some persons are like what we hear all the time. Some people, after they just make like $10 or they make $20 or they make $100, all of a sudden they start the signal room, and I'm a profitable trader, I'm a coach, and that. So at what point can you actually call yourself a successful trader? Is it after having a streak of wins or after 5 years? So what exactly is the criteria for becoming a successful trader?
All right, so success is in stages, right? So at no point will you ever achieve that point as a starter until you get to that point, which is where I'm still getting to. I'm not there yet. Right? Until you get to that point where you are not controlled, because the reason for trading is to make profits.
Okay.
And the reason for trading is to make profits. And if you don't have enough capital as a trader, you will obviously want to get investors to invest in you so that you trade and give them profits. Now, you are a successful trader when you get to that point that no matter what your investors say or want, it won't make you compromise your ethics and your principles.
Okay.
That's just it.
Wow.
I'll give you an example. I got to Dubai, and of course, these guys, I do more virtual trading these days where people load their account. They don't send me money. Put your money in your account, because if I'm a trader, why should I always want the money? Put the money in your account. We'll trade. At the end of the month, if there's profits, share, give me my own share. Right, so I got to Dubai and started trading for these guys. The first month, the profit was so mind blowing. They added more money. And then one day, the man's son, we met somewhere. Let me not mention the place. We met somewhere in Dubai, and he was like, Sam, okay, we are working on getting $1 million from someone, right? And we're going to load into our account. Can you work on 30% this month? I told him no.
Wow. Okay.
To some people, they measure success in trading in how much they've made. That is not success. Success is when you've learned the principles, and then something comes that counters those principles, and you can say no. That is when you won.
No.
It's like a relationship where you have a wife, right? And then no matter how beautiful or handsome your husband or wife is, you always see someone that is more beautiful or handsome than your husband or wife.
Definitely.
So you have become a successful man or woman when you met this other guy. He's very handsome, in fact, to your husband. He has the V chest, he has the money, he has Lamborghini. Your husband doesn't have all those things. And then he approaches you and then you say no. That is when you won.
Sure.
I don't know if you're getting me.
Mm-hmm.
That is when you have become a successful trader. So after knowing all the principles, everything about fundamental analysis, all the principles about fundamental analysis, you've learned all the principles about technical analysis. You've traded $100 and you made several profits. Success is not when you've made profits. Success is when you get to that point where you cannot compromise to make profits. Do you know why? It's a principle in the Bible. He that is faithful in little is faithful in much. It's a principle.
Sure.
If you compromise because you saw bigger money, you have failed as a trader. Because for every compromise you make in trading, you will pay the price. It might not be immediate. It might not be even that year. It might be 5 years later. It might be 10 years later. Because I'll give you an example. Most of you don't have my numbers, but I shared the screenshot. Right, this lady that gave me 200 million that she lost later. Right, I almost compromised. Right, and the truth is that if you can compromise at this early stage, and then something happens to the money of the investors, that is when you realize that investors don't care about you. I'm telling you, if they don't care about you, where's the money? I put them in sell.
Oh my God.
It has happened to so many traders. I've told you guys of my friend. Is he a good trader? Yes. But he compromised on the ethics and principles of trading. So if you start compromising when you're trading with $100, you will compromise when $100 comes. And your downfall will be bigger when the money gets bigger. Because there's always a price. Life has principles.
Sure.
And if you take the shortcut to get to the top, if I tell you guys the amount of money that I've rejected, you'll be like, wait, are you sure you rejected that money? You see, so that is when you become a successful trader. Now, remember I said, after learning everything you're supposed to learn, this Zoom call is not a Zoom call for that, you teach what to learn. So after learning everything you're supposed to learn, in all that learning, don't throw away your principles. That's how to be a successful trader.
Wow.
And guess what? The world is looking for traders with principles. I'm telling you with experience. See, I'm telling you with experience. Now, obviously, as when you're starting, you'll be forced to want to compromise. You first want to take a risk so that you can make extra for yourself. It's not your fault, right? Everyone has been in that stage, one time or the other. But that is not what big men want. I'm telling you from it. It's poor people that will push you to that level. And if you accept the push, you're poor. That's the truth. If you accept that push, you cannot achieve this particular ROI in a month as a trader, this particular return as a trader. And someone is pushing you. If you accept your poor, you're just telling yourself, I've made up my mind to go poor. But if you reject it, who knows, that person might be testing you.
Very true.
You see, so how other people describe successful traders is way different from how I describe my own. Mine is, can you stick to your principles even if the money is too big? So if you can, then you're a successful trader. After learning everything you're supposed to learn, yeah.
Well, really, this is really awesome because I'm really excited at this definition of successful trader that you just gave. Reason being that you took the emphasis of money. Sometimes we're in such a crazy industry that is so volatile, and it's all about the money. It's all about, I made $1 million, and sometimes we tend to forget principles. So I'm really excited at this definition, right? Because you just change our perspective. It's not always about the money. Like I said, it's beginners, when your portfolio is small and you're just trying to double your portfolio, that's when you're so concerned about money. When you're making a lot of profit, like when you are trading for the big short, believe me, it will be more about principles. And I really hope that we are really taking these things to heart. It's never always about the money. And if you do a background check, people, successful traders, people who are sustained, who have sustainable success, are people who do not emphasize money. Is it because they don't believe money is important? Of course, everybody is into trading because of the money. We all want to make profit. But do not abandon your principles for money. Do not sell your principles, your values, those things that will stand you out just for money. Money will always come. There will always be enough money. All right. So thank you so much for that, Samuel Joseph. You really just give us a shift in our perspective. All right. So the last question before we open the floors for questions from the audience. The last question is this. Can you just tell us a bit about risk management? Because a lot of newbies coming into this industry, apart from the fact that most of them have issues with greed, I think a lot of young people do not understand risk management. For example, I might just want to take my school fees because I feel that safe mode is mooning and it's done 300%, and I'm like, oh my god, if it can do 300, that means it can do 1,000, and I take my full school fees and I put it in, and then it dumps on me. What do you have to say about risk management?
I think so. Yeah, risk management is one of the most important things in trading, right? It helps you secure your capital, it helps you secure your capital when stocks are bad. For example, the recent crash that happened, right? A lot of people lost. I have friends that lost thousands of dollars, right? So risk management helps you, make sure your capital is preserved. But in general, one of the best ways of minimizing your risk is by having good knowledge about fundamentals. Because the top 10 cryptocurrencies in the last bull run are not the top 10 cryptocurrencies in this bull run.
Okay.
Now, what happened to the rest that fell out? They didn't have good fundamentals.
All right.
You see? So one of the best ways, I'm not being specific, I'm just generalizing the whole thing. One of the best ways of having good risk management is by having good knowledge of fundamental analysis. That is just the best. Because in a bear market, the coins that will survive are coins with good fundamentals. To me, as far as I'm concerned,
very, very true.
That is the best risk management ever. There are some coins that if they are falling today, I'm not shaking. If you let it fall to $1, I will buy them. There are some coins that if you let it fall by 100%, I will buy more.
Sure.
But there are some coins, if they do mistake and do as if they want to fall, I don't sell. Do as if, not as if they're falling already.
Oh my god.
I'll sell them. You see? So one of the bestest risk management technique ever is to have good knowledge about fundamental analysis. Because fundamentals will keep a coin when things go bad. Right. That is what is keeping Ethereum on today. That is what is keeping Bitcoin. Right. Although I have my issues with Bitcoin, that's a talk for another day. That's what is keeping coins like Link, you see, and the rest. So to me, I know when other traders are talking about risk management, they don't mention this, but to me, this is my top one. And this is the reason, what I just mentioned now, is the reason why people that bought Bitcoin in 2010 are still holding it today, because of fundamentals surrounding the technology itself. So once you have good fundamental knowledge about the crypto, then it will help guide you. There are some cryptocurrencies that once they make profit, I sell them off. I don't even think about if
Hello, can you hear us?
Why? Because my fundamental says don't care. Right, so yeah, that's just it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, wow, this is a whole lot. If you can hear me, if you can see my screen, kindly indicate that on using chat box because I think we're having a bit of network issues right now. But I need to be sure that it's stable. Someone, Joseph, can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you so much for this session. It's been amazing, and I think it's time to take questions. I think we have a couple of questions already in the chat box, and I'm just going to read them out. All right, so the first one is this, Mr. Sam. Thanks for the session. I hope I understand this question. It's a coin that has blockchain, and you spoke about making analysis in the direction of. Okay, please, whoever posted this question, if you can rephrase this question because I really don't understand what you're trying to say. All right, and this is the only question that I can see here. So, guys, if you have questions, this is the perfect opportunity for you to ask your questions. Mr. Sam is here. If you have questions about, maybe you have questions about HaggleX. By the way, you can talk about HaggleX, all right? Let's talk about HaggleX. We saw the airdrop recently. I think a couple of questions have seen the airdrop. You could just tell us a bit about HaggleX and why we really should be looking into HaggleX.
All right. So HaggleX is a project we've been working on for a while, and yeah. So we have a cryptocurrency called Haggle. It's on 2 exchanges, and it's currently on CoinMarketCap, but we're still working on the tracking to track the price. We're working on HaggleX for a while, and we have our wallet, and the wallet right now is undergoing some upgrade and to be done in a few hours and a few days. So basically, we in HaggleX we're just using blockchain technology to make cryptocurrency easy for people to use. And I'm going to say this right now, we're going into mining also, and Africa has been taking the last role when it comes to innovation all these years, and I'm glad to see different crypto projects. I'm glad to see different crypto projects come out of Africa. It's a good sign, but it's a part of cryptocurrency that and blockchain that we are still lagging in, and that is the part we are focusing more on HaggleX. But those other parts has not been rolled out yet because to build something also takes time. No one's not built in a day.
Sure.
Right. So for now, the cryptocurrency is available in an exchange called IndoX. I want to drop the link in the chat so we can check it out. And if you this is actually the best time to get a cryptocurrency if you want to, because we are about to launch version 2 of the app, and it's going to be making use of the cryptocurrency for in-house purchasing, reducing of price. And when we go into mining fully, people will be able to mine Bitcoin. I don't know about Bitcoin yet, but I'm sure about Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies. You'll be able to mine other cryptocurrencies with our own HaggleX coin. Wow. Right, I'm going to drop the link just in case you want to get it. Okay. And that's what we're planning on doing. So the coin is already available on an exchange. I've dropped it there. And just as you know, the best time to get into cryptocurrency is when many people don't know about it, right? So you might want to grab some. So that's what HaggleX is working on in a nutshell.
Okay, awesome. I really think just like Bitcoin, the people who got in early are the people who have made so much profit, like exponential profit. So if you're looking to hold some tokens or back some tokens for the long term, I think HaggleX is something that you should consider and just back it for the long term. All right? Okay, so like they always say, it's not a financial advice, but this is actually a financial advice. I can vouch for this one. All right, okay, so we're going to be taking questions. I think I can see a couple of questions already. So the first one is saying, Joseph,
Hello.
Okay, sorry.
Good evening.
Okay, just please. I'm just going to look at it. All right, I think please, if you're joining in, and just try to mute yourself, okay, so you don't interfere with the meeting. Thank you. All right. So someone is saying, what's your fundamental analysis on Luna coin? All right, that's the first question. The second question is this: is it right to hold much coins in one's portfolio? That is there a limit to the number of tokens you should be holding in your portfolio? So I'm just going to take this two first.
All right, so Luna is a great project, right? And it's a project that I personally love, but I hardly talk about it. I don't think I've even talked about it before my starting before.
I haven't.
Right. So I love the innovation around the fact that they have a stable coin that is derived from the coin itself. That is mind blowing on its own. Right. And I remember having a meeting with some guys in Dubai about Luna. Right. So it's a great project. I've read a little, not much, a little about it. So the reason why I don't post much about it is because I've not read much about it also. Right, but I hold some Luna, right, and I also tell people that I train to get Luna. Right, and I from what those guys are doing, I expect Luna price to really shoot up real big, because that's stable coin that they have that is derived from the Luna coin itself. It's mind blowing. I don't know another project that is doing something like that, but it's really a genius idea. And so Luna is a buy for me. Yeah.
All right.
I think someone asked, what's the second question again?
Okay, the second question is that how much tokens? Is there really a limit to the number of tokens you should have?
Yeah, so the limit to the number of tokens you should buy depends on your account balance.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Right. So if you sell your car and then you put your car into crypto, or you sell your family house and you put it into crypto, if you lose the money, will it be okay by you? Right. So if it won't be okay, don't do that.
Okay. So in other words, trade with what you can afford to lose. All right. Okay, that is awesome. The next question is this. Someone is saying, I missed out on the opening when you talked about TA. Can you please give a summary of what was discussed? Please reflect to the recording once it hits the YouTube channel. All right. Okay. So someone is asking, how can I do fundamental analysis on my own? Okay, so this is somebody's question. How can I do that? Another person is asking, how can I learn fundamental analysis?
All right. There are several courses out there. I also have one. I don't know if you like to have one. Right. So all you have to do is grab any of these courses, right, and of course learn about fundamentals. But I'm going to give you the summary. Just in case you missed it. So fundamental analysis is just a way of analyzing, number one, the idea behind the project. What are they trying to build? This thing that they're trying to build, is it needed? Is there a potential market for it? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, is there a potential market for it? This technology that they're trying to use, will this technology be needed in the future? Reason why I'm still holding Ethereum is because Ethereum will later realize that the technology that they were using, which is proof of work, is outdated, and they're trying to make the move to proof of stake. You see, so who are the people behind this project? What are they trying to build? Will it be needed in the future? The technology that they are using, will it be updated in the next 1 or 2 years? Right. So by the time you look at all these things, it helps you, give you a better understanding of, but that's basically what fundamental analysis are. Then also there's another part of fundamental analysis, which is the news surrounding this project. And of course, you and I know whatever that news is or will be tied to everything I just explained. For example, the a news has come up tomorrow and said Ethereum has now fully integrated and is now using proof of stake, which is a better technology than what it was using before, which is also what I said before. Which technology are they using? Is there a better one that they're trying to use later on? So when any day you wake up and then you hear the news that Ethereum has fully moved from proof of work to proof of stake, that's fundamental news. And then the price will shoot up. That's what fundamental analysis is. Technical analysis are just indicators that will tell you this coin is good for entry or is good for exit, right? So how do they work? So basically, people just do some programming to forecast the future price of the coin based on past experiences. Now, one of the most popular one is Fibonacci series. Now, for those of you that have done mathematics, you should have mathematics or computer science in school. You should have met what is called Fibonacci series. Now, Fibonacci series is just a series of numbers that adds itself, and then the future sum of that series is based on the two previous successive numbers, right? I don't know if you guys understand what I just explained, but if you don't understand, leave it. So technical analysis just takes what has happened before. Okay, they'll ask, okay, when in the last bull run, Bitcoin got to so and so AME or so and so ME, and the shape of Bitcoin, it had a V shape, it had an L shape, cup handle, whatever name they want to call it. So they'll not be like, okay, Bitcoin started crashing in the last bull run when this shape formed, when the Fibonacci series is like this, when this one is like this. Right, so that's what technical analysis is. To me, as far as I'm concerned, technical analysis is somehow an assumption. Why do I call technical analysis assumption? Because fundamental analysis controls technical analysis. Another example, let me just give you one example. Last year, in the crash we had last year around March, Bitcoin fell. It fell a whole lot, but I think the first fall was by 20%. Technical analysis was telling me buy. But fundamental analysis came and said, no, we're going to fall this market because of coronavirus, and there is no way on earth technical analysis can give you that information, right? So that is, I don't know if you answer the question.
Okay, also, I think you did justice to that, and I hope whoever asked the question was your answer. Okay, so we're running out of so the next question is this. I don't know, some persons are asking about the HaggleX airdrop. Is it still ongoing? And if it is, how can they be a part of it?
Yeah, the first part of the HaggleX airdrop has ended, right? But there's going to be another part after we launch the version 2 of the app, which we're working on right now. So, yep, the first part of the airdrop has ended. The distribution has already been done, but not yet reflected in the app because the version 2 of the app is not yet out. Yeah, so the airdrop 2 should be out, should be ready by end of this month. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So the next question is this. What's your fundamental analysis on Pancake Swap and Pancake token, I guess, and 1inch? Is it a good buy?
Well, so far I would say yes. Of course, yeah, definitely. Those guys are doing an amazing job, and just in a short period of time they released several versions. Yep, it is.
Okay. Awesome. So someone is saying, what's your advice for a young person who has a burning desire to be a full-time trader?
Well, the first thing you need to have is that burning desire, and of course, fires. When something is burning, the flames are different. There are some people, they are flames, cannot even burn anything. Right. So first of all, make sure your desire is strong enough to push you to want to learn what you want to learn, because everyone desires to be rich, but not everyone have the discipline to make the moves to become rich. Right. So the first step is to have that burning desire. Second step, make sure you add more fuel to that desire. And for a start, don't have a plan B if you're starting. Of course, there's no particular road to success, right? But this is my own way, right? This is what works for me, right? So whenever I want to achieve something, I make sure I don't have a plan B, because plan B will make you not give your best effort.
Very true.
That's the truth. It works in relationship, it works in business. Right? If you're doing business with someone and then you have a plan B in case that business fails, you will not give your best in your plan A, because you want to share your attention. Right? So if you have your burning desire to be a trader, kill every other thing that you're doing. Pay attention to it, because the truth is, whatever you don't pay attention to suffer. You see, so if you're giving 30% attention to trading and 50% attention to football, you will end up being a footballer. You see?
Very true.
So, first of all, make sure you have enough attention for that. And secondly, don't look at capital. Capital is the biggest distraction when it comes to learning how to trade. When I started teaching people how to trade, there was a time in my group where I strictly told everybody, whatever you make, we don't want to see. And I stopped posting whatever I made. But guess what happened? When I stopped posting what I was making, businesses reduced. It stopped coming, because you know why? People are moved by what they see, which is wrong.
Results.
Yeah, people are moved by what they see. They want to see the result. But also, why I stopped it in my cryptocurrency community, the people I was teaching them in those early days was this: people easily get distracted by what other people are achieving, and it's a problem. So you are trading, you're learning how to trade, and then this guy is your friend. You also learn how to trade. Now he's making $1,000 from a trade. You're making $50, and you're feeling like you have failed because you're looking at how much he has made. Do you know how much capital he has? His capital might be $1 million, and he's making $1,000.
Exactly.
And your capital might be $1,000, and you're making $50. In a nutshell, you're making more money than him.
True.
When it comes to percentage. But because you're looking at 1,000 and you have 50,000, you'll not be feeling depressed. You'll not be feeling like you're worthless, you're useless. Now you now want to take more risk so that you can also make 1,000, so that you can show to the world that you made 1,000. That is distraction.
Very true.
So as a trader, don't pay no attention to what other traders are doing. The only time you should pay attention is if you want to draw. This trader is traded. Don't training for this month. Don't look at that. Look at this company. But if you look at something like this, you website with that post. So don't get distracted. Keep your goals, your big ideas, keep your big dreams. There are traders around the world or in Nigeria and Africa that you want to be like. When you're looking at them, don't look at them and look down on yourself. Like, once you're looking at them, be looking at them from the positive side. You're saying to yourself, this is where I want to be in the next 3 years. This is where I want to be in the next 4 years. But that's the right way to look at them. But if you're looking at them and saying, this is what they are doing, I can't do it right now, I'm useless, they are useful, you've already started failing. So avoid distractions, because sometimes distractions don't come from us that post our trading results or people that post their trading achievements. One of my friends bought 2 cars, they don't build a house. That is good news, but guess what? Stuff like that distract other people.
Sure.
Not because it is wrong to post, But because you allowed their success to distract you, rather than allowing their success to motivate you.
Okay, sorry. At this point,
yeah, we have to start. Yeah, sorry.
Out of time, no problem. It's fine. I'm sure there will definitely be another a comeback, right? There are so many questions that we can't take everything, but it's been an amazing and an eye-opening session. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Yeah, thanks.
We learned a whole lot, and to everyone on the platform, thank you so much. The videos are going to be dropping on the YouTube channel over the weekend, so please jump on it and watch. All right, from all of us to you, see you same time next week, and have an amazing weekend. Ciao. Okay.